Today, we're going to talk about the life and legacy of a true cinematic giant. You see, Dharmendra wasn't just an actor, he was basically an entire era of Indian cinema. So let's dive into the incredible impact of his journey.
It's the news that has really shaken the film world. The legendary actor Dharmendra, who you'll know as Bollywood's original He-Man, has passed away. He was 89 years old.
So to really understand just how significant this loss is, we're going to start with the essential details surrounding his final days.
Okay, so here are the key facts. Dharmendra passed away at his home in Mumbai on Monday, November 24, 2025. He was 89. And his passing came after his health had been declining for a while, particularly following a battle with some respiratory issues. And if we want to get the full picture, it really helps to look at a timeline of what happened in those final days. You know, his final weeks really paint a clear and pretty poignant picture. Earlier in November, he was actually hospitalized for breathlessness. He was discharged on November 12th, hoping to recover at home. But tragically, his condition took a turn for the worse, and he passed away on the afternoon of November 24th.
All right, so with all the key details laid out here, there's one thing that really jumps out and kind of points to his enduring legacy, and that's his final film, Ikkis. You see, its release is now going to be posthumous, which will make it this incredibly powerful final chapter to a just massive and celebrated career.
So let's move beyond the somber news for a moment, because we have to celebrate the incredible life this man led. I mean, his is a legacy built on strength, on sensitivity, and let's be honest, an undeniable charm that just captivated audiences for generations.
6. Just look at that number. That one number tells you almost everything you need to know about the scale of his legacy. We're talking about 6 decades, right at the very heart of Indian cinema. That's a kind of longevity, a kind of cultural impact that very, very few people ever achieve.
And this right here, this gets to the absolute core of his stardom, this incredible, almost groundbreaking duality. I mean, in an era that loved to typecast its heroes, he could be the tough, rugged action star in movies like Sholay, and then, just as convincingly, turn around and be this deeply sensitive soul in classics like Satyakam. This rare gift, this ability to embody both raw power and gentle vulnerability, that's what truly made him a legend.
So as you can imagine, losing a titan like this sent an immediate shockwave of grief right across the film industry. The tributes that started pouring in just showed how deeply and widely he was respected. I mean, right away, his family gathered at their home. And pretty soon, they were joined by icons from literally every generation of Bollywood. We're talking Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Amir Khan. The fact that these figures, who are all giants in their own right, showed up, well, that speaks volumes about the universal respect he commanded.
It was actually filmmaker Karan Johar who first confirmed the news, and he managed to capture what everyone was feeling in just 4 words: the end of an era. And honestly, is there a better way to put it? It perfectly sums up the weight of this moment.
But, of course, even in death, a legend's influence doesn't just disappear. So let's turn to the lasting legacy that Dharmendra leaves behind for all of us.
And you know what's a key part of that legacy? His incredible work ethic. The man was a dedicated actor right up until the very end, and audiences are actually going to get one final performance from him in the upcoming war drama, Ikkis.
To really get why his passing feels so monumental, you have to look at the era he helped define. See, Dharmendra wasn't just part of Bollywood's golden era. He was one of its last surviving titans. So his death is more than just the loss of a beloved actor. It really signifies the closing of a huge, definitive chapter in the history of Indian cinema.
And all of this leaves us with a final thought, something to really reflect on. As we look back on a career that spanned more than half a century, a career filled with action, drama, and romance, it really makes you ask the question, what is it that truly defines the legacy of a cinematic icon? Is it the famous roles they played, the lives they touched along the way, or is it the entire era they came to represent?